Let's see how it goes this time. Peace and blessings. I hope that this reboot helps the sound. I'm Reverend Dr. Queen Mother Imaku. I was granted the title of Zunut before my Atefnachur, my godfather, passed away. And so the Zunut is the physician, is the doctor, is the learned one, is the sage, is the healer. We're good? Thank you, Shirley. Okay, it's good to see you. All right, how about for everybody else? Come on in, let me know how we're doing here. Reverend Tamu, how are you? It's good to see you. Brandon, yes, okay, give thanks. All right, moving forward. Sometimes it just takes a reboot. Sounds of love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. Please, everybody, share that we're on the air, and also please click like. Working on boosting up my YouTube channel. Even if you're watching from Facebook, please just make sure that you are able to sneak over to my YouTube and subscribe. And then also you can click like on my Facebook page, which is at Imaku. I'm sorry, facebook.com/Imaku. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/at Imaku. And that's IMAKHU. How's everybody on this 11/11 day? We are at a marvelous time where it's a portal, and it's a great portal too. 11/11. 11 is a master number. And, the fact that this honoring of this time of the year is so popular. Shawanda, how are you? Okay, good, thanks. Okay. Oh my, I'd love to hear about what's going on in your craniosacral class. Okay, all right. Look forward to being able to catch up with you. And thanks for being willing to come back later after you were doing your catch up. Wow, that's craniosacral work is a lot. It's a lot to study, and it's a lot of energy if you're an energy healer, and to work with that. I have to tell you a story. Remind me to please tell me a story when we catch up with each other regarding craniosacral and epilepsy. Okay. Okay. So yes, today 11/11. It's a master number day, and so um, November 11th in spiritual circles is always acknowledged because of the fact that it is an extremely powerful time. It is also the cycle of Serqet. Serqet is Scorpio, the original Scorpio on the zodiacal wheel going back to ancient Kemet. And this is her statue. Oh, somebody just went to my site. Give thanks. Let me turn off my notifications here. Thank you for visiting my website. That was the ding dong for my website. You know, you have bells for different things. You have alarms for different things on your phone. This is Serqet. She's just beautiful. I love this statue. And on top is a scorpion. Now, this scorpion that you're looking at is not the typical scorpion that you think of when you think of Scorpio. And that scorpion changed later. That one became the desert one with the stinger up in the air and so forth. But this one's a little different. It has the stinger. But this originally represented the water scorpion. They're two different beings. When you think of the desert scorpion, you think of it being ready to just sting you, okay? The water scorpion is more chill and basically just lays up in the cut, minding its business in the water, and does not sting anybody unless it is forced to, like somebody comes over and starts messing with it, or somebody gets too close and threatens it. And then it becomes, see, now I got to sting you. But the sting is not the same as the scorpion's sting. It is venomous, yes, but it's not going to kill you. It's going to cause you some pain. It's going to be annoying. If you have allergies, then it may take you out. But otherwise, the scorpion sting has a greater likelihood of killing you. This one is the warning and also the reminder. I may be laid up here in the cut in the water, and I may not seem threatening, but don't try me. Okay. Otherwise, the energy is very cool. I mean, very um, well, maintains the attributes that are familiar with Scorpio. Not as intense, but still very, very intense. So during this Scorpio cycle that we are in energetically, we hearken to the different character traits of not only Scorpio, but of Serqet. Serqet is one of the protectors. In energetically, she sits in the south, and she is the protector that you want to definitely have your back. Her sting can give you some problems breathing, for sure. But she is both watery and fire at the same time. And so you think of her energy as being steam. She's very productive. This is a great time of year for manifesting because of the fact that Serqet is one whose energy is magnificent. And also people are familiar with her because of the stories associated with Serqet. I'm sorry, with Aset. When Aset was forced out of the palace by Satesh after Asar or Wasir, or who the Greeks called Osiris, was killed twice. And she went on a journey to retrieve him, but also she was forced to live amongst the people, which was a good thing for her because, as I explained yesterday with the story of Amsu Menu, Min, it was expected that the guardians would have their times to be on Earth and amongst humans to find out more of what the human experience was about, so they would best know how to best serve mankind. Okay. And so Ast or Aset's experience among humans was not too cool because everybody loved her, fawned over her, did for her when they recognized her as the queen of Kemet. And also, of course, the Netshurt. But living amongst the people, she was just some vagabond to them. She didn't have all of her regalia. And so it was basically like, well, who's this chick? who's this beggar woman? And she went to the doors of two people, and this is two separate stories where Serqet is involved. Serqet and Serqet's 7 scorpions were the protectors of Aset. Because Aset was somewhat naive when it came to dealing with the world. She was dealing with a very pure heart, but she was not really fully as armored up as she could have been because she didn't really get to find out how foul humankind was. She was still grappling with what happened with her with her relative Satesh, and had no idea that he was about to chop up Asar and all that. So that's one level of evil that she was grappling with. But then you had the evil of mankind. Humans can be so mean. We heard how mean people were yesterday from the story of Menu, when Menu basically got sabotaged by humans who did not understand what his purpose was. So in the situation with Aset, she was extremely humbled. She learned a lot though. And but she also had to go and try to do something to help herself because she was no longer in the palace. So she went knocking on the door of a wealthy woman who looked at her and said, "Get away from my door." Chased her away, slammed the door. And Aset wandered off and she was bewildered, like, why was she so mean to me? And Serqet with the scorpions said, wait just a little minute. And we'll be right back. And then went back to the rich woman's house and burned the house down. After that, she recognized, okay? But that was the purpose of the scorpions. It was not just only to protect, but also the idea is, oh no, you better recognize that Serqet. Serqet will be really all nice and cool and everything, go along all jolly, very pleasant, fun and all that, but don't step wrong. Oh no, especially not for somebody that the scorpion cares about. Same thing happened in another situation where Aset went to the door of another woman and she tried to get herself hired out as a nanny, basically. This woman had a little baby and she needed help. So she said, okay, come on in. So Aset started taking care of the little baby and then was trying to do the kid a favor in her mind. She wanted to help to make this kid immortal because this kid looked kind of sickly, and it kind of reminded her of the situation with Heru, who was being taken care of at that time by Nebuchadnezzar and some other folks who had him hidden in the swamp. Anyway, so she took the baby, and this is going to sound kind of odd. But again, this is one of these things where you may not understand, humans may not understand, there's something else that's going on. And this is something that only in the mind of a Nechur would make sense. And then you'd understand later, maybe. She took the baby and decided she was going to help to make him immortal. So to refine him in the fire, as gold is, as gold is often handled, that's the way the gold is often handled, with purifying and heat and, especially if you're trying to shape it into something else. She took the kid and had him over the fire, but she was a set. She was the great Ast. And so nothing was going to happen to the baby that was going to hurt the baby. But the mother didn't know this. She comes in and sees this woman that she just hired roasting her kid in her mind. And so she was like, what are you doing? And snatched the child and threw Aset out. Now she's even more bewildered, Aset. I'm trying to learn this compassion piece here. I'm trying to understand humans. I was only trying to help the kid. But, if she was upset, I have to accept that. This is another lesson for me to learn. And so she's just wandering off, just hurt. And once again, Serqet says, excuse us, takes her scorpions, goes back. First of all, they stung the kid. They stung the kid and killed the kid. And then they burned the house down. Please forgive me. I told y'all a couple of sessions ago that I do have a rather macabre sense of humor. Anyway, yeah. They will make sure that your just due comes. The comeuppance is in the hands of Serqet and her scorpions. What does that got to do with tonight? Tonight is a really great night to focus on. Okay, listen, don't. I know some of you right away are just like, okay, I can get revenge on so and so. No. We're gonna focus. We're gonna focus on what you want to see protected in your life, the goals that you want to achieve. Okay. Also, what new potential is there for you? Now, I want you to think about the fact that Serqet or Scorpio sits in between Ma'at, that's Libra, and Sagittarius, which is Knit. Some interesting energy. So there's the justice factor that's in with Serqet, right? And then you have the protection factor and the maternal factor that's there with Knit. But you really don't hear about Serqet in conjunction with the maternal aspect. However, again, the fact that there's such a protectiveness there that does bring some level of nurturing and, of course, protection. And there's also a deep passion that goes along with Serqet. If you know Scorpions, then you know about that passion. That could be in throwing yourself into a project, throwing yourself into a relationship. The thing is, though, don't mess over a Scorpio, because they will make you feel it like the other water signs will not. Okay, I always say with Pisces that you experience uh, 1,000 cuts by a razor blade. Okay, and you won't even know it until after you've walked away and you realize, yo, I'm bleeding. That's the subtle attack, subtle but deadly attack of Pisces. But with Pisces, what can often happen will be they'll get hurt, we'll get hurt, and then forget about it until it happens again. Same person, okay? It's a lesson to learn so that you don't go back and repeat the same mistakes and allow yourself to be in a position of hurting. But the thing is, also, the person that has hurt you will eventually learn the lesson, because the fact that they will honor the fact that they're standing there bleeding all over again. With Cancers, oh Lord, actually Cancers, they're worse. They're the worst when it comes to getting their revenge. I always say with Cancer, they will tell you exactly what they're going to do, right? And then they will do like 10 times worse, because of the fact that they are so angry and they want to make sure that you feel it, right? And they will, my analogy I've always used is that they will tell you that they're going to run you over. Then they'll run you over. They'll back over you, right? And they'll run over you 2 or 3 more times. And they'll be cursing at you the whole time. Then they'll scoop you up, take you and put you in the bathroom, flush you down the toilet, and be cussing at you the whole time. And will not be satisfied. And they know that until they know that you are good and flushed away. That's Cancer. Scorpio will not stab you in the back. These are all just analogies, okay? All right. Because these are all water signs that come at you with all their open heart, okay? Full chested, all that, But Scorpio, you mess over a Scorpio, they will plot and scheme for the best way to get back at you. And then when they get you, it's like they've taken a knife and stabbed you, not in the back, in the chest, so they can make sure you see them. They'll twist the knife. And then when you fall, they'll be like, oh no. Oh, you want some cookies? It becomes a whole other thing. So we're not going to focus on any of that. This is not a night about revenge. This is not about, and the lesson that Scorpio has is in seeking a softer self, maintaining the passion, but seeking a softer self, to lower the defenses a bit, to allow trust, to not be overly suspicious. Perhaps this is speaking to some of you. Maybe these are some areas in your life where you're going through some trauma. And see, all of those responses are natural trauma responses, where you may overreact, right? You may be overly protective of yourself or of your loved ones. And you have to learn how to let down the guard in order to really build trust, not only with others, but mostly with the divine. This is the time of rebuilding your faith, rebuilding your trust in the universe, rebuilding your trust in your higher self, and knowing that it is possible for you to achieve, to move forward, to create some new goals, and to find the passion to be able to push those goals through. Tonight is a great night for resetting those goals. If you feel that you've lost your passion because you've been through a lot, and listen, as a nation here in the US, we've been through a lot of stuff, a lot. And you feel the need for healing because you put so much passion into fighting for who you want to see in office and you were greatly disappointed. I feel you. I got you. Okay. Some of you may be stunned. Others of you may be disappointed because you found out that things have not progressed in the way that you had hoped. But there is still the potential to change things in the world. Okay. So let's focus on healing. Let's focus on manifesting. Let's focus on peace. Perhaps you have been hurt by someone. This is a great night to be able to fix that. If you have hurt someone, this is a great night to ask for the energy to be able to heal that as well. Because ultimately, what we want within ourselves is a peaceful way to live, a way that makes sense, a way that allows the mystical to open within you and allows you to be able to partner with that energy so that you can succeed. The word mer means love, merit means beloved, but it also means success. There are a number of wonderful words that mean success in the Kemetic language. Neferet is one. I'm sure you're familiar with that because of our prayers and so forth. And nefer, but merit, to be beloved and successful, successfully beloved. It's a great way of thinking of Serqet. All right, so now, as we prepare for meditation, and I hope you've got your water with you. And if so, let's take a moment right now and speak some loving, positive words into the water. I am loved. I am successful. I am protected. I am lovingly protected. I am lovingly protective. I am creative. I am positively creative. I align myself with the divine. Anukwe emwe. Keni nekti. Keni nekti. I have faith. I attract justice, harmonious balance, higher love, order, reciprocity into my life. I am strong. I am secure. And now, we're going to meditate tonight, focusing on the lake. The lake is the place of ancestors. We've been talking about ancestors a great deal. The lake is the place of wisdom. The lake is the place of security, calmness, serenity. And as the calm aspect of Serqet lies beneath the surface, calmly observing the watery world, behind foliage in the water, enjoying the flow of the water. Let's find our divine flow. As I count down From 10 to 1, we'll find ourselves at the peaceful lake. Feel yourself encased in an orb of light. Glowing white, gold, silver, lavender. In your cocoon of light, you are divinely protected. You are illuminated. You are purified. And as you pull the energy from the orb into your body, starting from the crown, the place of awareness, Heri, down to the brow, the place of self-awareness and intuition, vibrant indigo, deep, deep indigo. And now into the throat, a beautiful royal blue. Divine speech, justified speech, Makeru, being on your throne, being in control of yourself and what you utter because it becomes manifest. And now into Hat or Ib, the heart center, a beautiful rich green. Love, self-love, community and sharing, manifesting through what you are passionate about, what you love, and who you love. And now bringing it down into Sungti, the solar plexus, vibrant yellow, courage, strength, divinely aligned will, Anukneches. I am awakened, I am resurrected, I am aware. Now moving down into the navel area, beautiful copper orange color, Musakrer. Procreation, creation, creativity, beautiful friends, glorious circle of supportive loved ones around you in work and play, in family, friends, colleagues. And together you create joy and abundance in your energy. And now moving down to tailbone, the legs, the feet, a rich red, Rud, the root, stability, security, foundation, lineage, strong family, those who project to you and communicate to you who you are and who you are expected to be in the family, in the community, and in the family of man. Let all negative energy drop out through your feet into the earth. The earth can absorb it and transmute it. Yes. And now let's bring rich, vibrant, clear, purified energy back up through the feet, through the navel, between the rib cage, to the heart center, to the throat, to the brow, and to the crown. Let the energy reach up to your higher self. Anukwemwe. As your higher self is connected to the divine source. And allow yourself to be poured into as I count down from 10 to 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Serqet, inhale. Nifa, exhale. Serqet, Nifa. Serqet, Nifa. Relax your breathing. You're at a beautiful lake. It is safe and sound. The moon is high above. And as you take in the sounds of the wooded area that you are safely in, and you see the reflection of the moon on the lake, you feel the divine energy of this 1111 portal filling your body. You are allowing yourself to be elevated. What goals do you wish to achieve? See yourself achieving. Feel yourself achieving. Leaving behind all of the negative programming that society has pushed into you, that people around you have pushed into you to try to deter you. And even your own thoughts, your own doubts no longer have weight. Your positive potential and success. They govern you. And you have ancestors present to help you to get on track, to get back on track. Feel the presence of your Ieku, Ishepsu, your ancestors of light around you. They know why you are here. They know the best of who you are. They know the challenges you need to overcome, and they will help you to overcome them. Feel their love. Feel their belief in you. They help you to remember all of the strengths and abilities that are within you and that have been in your lineage. Anuk Merit, I am beloved. Anuk Merit, I am successful. Anuk Neferet, I am good, beautiful, and successful. And at this time, speak out loud what it is that you wish to achieve. Say, I can achieve. State what it is. And now say, I will achieve. And you'll pursue with appropriate passion, not obsession, with a rational, balanced mind and heart, and a deep, deep connection with the Most High. And now, Serqet emerges from the water. She gently takes your hands and as you receive her hands, you feel her energy permeate your entire being. She helps you reinvigorate your passion for living, your passion for purpose. All those things that you set aside due to fear, due to trauma, due to negative programming are falling away from you. You are being filled with the divine light and protection of Serqet. Her truth, her caring, her ability to elevate you. You feel confident because you know you are not alone. But you also feel confident because you are reminded of all of the wonderful characteristics you possess. Feel the light and the love and say, Shespi, I receive. Shespi, I receive. Shespi, I receive. And now, Serqet takes a golden ankh, places it at your nostril to breathe new breath into you. And to your mouth, so that you may speak truth and manifest what you need by speaking it out loud. She brings it to your brow, so that what you truly believe and energetically put out there, you will manifest. She brings the ankh to your hands so that you may create, and reminds you to be careful of what you wish for, because it will come to you. Focus on the positive things that are in alignment with your purpose. She brings the ankh to your feet to remind you that you are secure, you are safe. You say, Anuk Ardi, I am secure, I am safe. And now she brings the ankh up to your crown and reminds you of your brilliance. And now let's integrate all of that energy. Serqet, Nifa, Serqet, Nifa, Serqet, Nifa. Relax your breathing. She sits beside you as you both look at the reflecting waters and the moon shimmering on each gentle current. You are not alone. And you are supremely less. And you have a greater resolve to live your best life in abundance, in joy, in happiness and peace, in strength, with faith, with knowing, and being secure in constantly manifesting goodness for yourself and for others. Give yourself permission to accept all things that are good for you, all people who are good for you, all situations that are good for you, and good for you because they are aligned with who you are, aligned with the divine harmonious flow, aligned with your life path, your mission, and also aligned with the desire for the Most High to truly see you live your best life and to see you inspire and help others. Finding the right circle of people with whom you can care and share. And finally, knowing that as long as you are living up to the best of who you are, the best in character, the best in sharing and goodness, the best in knowing that it's okay to love yourself and protect yourself, but to open appropriately to others in order to build, to put more love in the universe, and to put more love in your world. And that there is no shame in living abundantly and happily and peacefully, because you're doing everything that you can to be the best of yourself. Serqet reminds you to take time to ponder a situation, and if you need to heal, if you need to rectify a relationship where you need forgiveness, now take a moment to imagine what that would look like, to truly get the lesson. If you had hurt someone undeservedly, can you be the big enough person to seek forgiveness? Can you be the big enough person to accept, even if the person does not forgive you, that you will move on with the lesson and do everything in your power to correct the karma on some level. And now to release, we say, Wuheni, I release. Wuheni, I release. Wuheni, I release. And now, if there's someone that you need to forgive, imagine what that looks like in your mind's eye. Often we need to fully understand the condition of a person, what they're going through, what they've been through. No, it's not right for someone to take out their frustration, anxiety, rage on you when you are not the just recipient or the justifiable recipient. But don't allow yourself to be caught in a cage of the situation or from the situation. Forgiving someone else does not mean that you have to have engagement with them. You still have the right to protect yourself. But energetically, release the cords, cut the cords. Say, Wuheni, I release. I release. I release. But if it is meant for you to reconnect on some level, ask your higher self to speak to the higher self of the other individual and see what peace can be made, if any, for the present or the future. Let's take a moment and breathe. Serqet. Nifa. Serqet. Nifa. Serqet. Nifa. Relax your breathing. Serqet places her arms around you to bid you farewell in this situation, in this meditation, but her essence remains with you. She reminds you to see yourself in your best light and to welcome every avenue of success that you are due. As she returns back to the water, you feel your ancestors close in. Energetically, they embrace you and remind you they are with you. And now, as I count down from 10 to 1, we'll leave the scene of our beautiful lake and return to the presence of our rooms, bringing all of our positive experience with us into the now and projecting it forward into the future. Our way is already paved. We merely need to accept it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Serqet, Nifa. Serqet, Nifa. Last time, Serqet, Nifa. Relax your breathing. Open your eyes. Give thanks and praise. Elijah and E, it's good to see you. How's everybody? Let's check in. Wow. Everyone good? Whew. Let's take a moment to just kind of rebalance ourselves. Let's do a little reflexology. Working your way up all the way to the tip of the pinky. More pressure. And from the wrist, well, gently at the wrist, more on the fleshy part. Working your way up with more pressure all the way up the ring finger. And now to center. I've had a career of working with children, so I don't say middle, I say center finger. And anytime I work with children, whether it's teaching music or dance, we take some time for reflexology so everybody can get calm and centered. It's a good thing for children to learn so that they can regulate themselves. And especially since now we're about to go to sleep, those of us who are in various parts of the world where it's about that time, this is great to help us with our sleep state. And this, of course, is great to help with boosting the immune system. This weather has been back and forth, and we definitely need to boost the immune system. Yes, indeed. Other hand, all the way up through the pinky, the ring finger, the center, and index. And I should say I've had a career of teaching art, physical visual art, dance, and music, and theater to children. Set the webbing in between there and boost the immune system. And you stretch, 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 and let it go. Shake it out. Nice fist, tight as you can. Tight, 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 tight. And let it go. Shake it out. Rubbing the hands, washing the hands, rubbing, interlace the fingers and stretch. Only as far as was comfortable for you. And let it go. And you want to rotate your shoulders back. Shake out your hands again. And dancing hands. I do this with children. I do this with my seniors. I do this with my general yoga population that I work with. This is good for all ages, for all of us. Let's bring our hands together in Shade, prayer pose. Everybody good? Bring your hands down to your thighs. Relax your hands. All right. We're at an hour, which is the time that I've allotted for this. And I hope this has been productive for you. I hope this has been a positive shift for you. I hope that you've been able to reassert and reaffirm your own greatness. And also that it is okay to take time for self-healing and to acknowledge how you feel, as I spoke about yesterday, knowing that if you've been traumatized, it's important to acknowledge it. If you're dealing with PTSD, it's important to acknowledge it. I have both of those. I was diagnosed with both of those. So I deal with meditation and yoga every single day. And therapy. Y'all know how I feel about therapy. Group therapy and also individual therapy. They've really been a life changer for me. And also bumping up my yoga practice and meditation and visualizations. Take the time to see yourself in your greatness and knowing that you can achieve it. And even through all of the pain that you've been through, you can overcome. You have before. You're still here. And so believe in all of the wonderful things that you have seen for yourself, that you claim for yourself, and that you know that you are, and that you believe that you will be. All right, and with that, I'm going to close out. And I am Queen Mother Imaku. And if you would like to visit my website, I encourage you to please do so. That's imaku.info. And then that didn't come up right. This is it. I have new music posted, and also I have new items in my online store. /store. And also, if you're interested in consultations, please reach out to me. And also, if you're interested in classes, I am accepting students again. So I welcome you. And pray for your journey, no matter where you are. I pray that you're able to be on the right road for your life and that you're able to be an effective person in the community, but most of all, that you are able to be healthy and effective for yourself. You should work on your own healing and getting yourself realigned before you embark on something even larger. If you're in the place where you're working on that, I commend you. It takes a lot. It takes an awful lot to change your life. Yes, indeed. All right. With that, we say, oh, wait, I'm sorry. There's my website. Here is the store. And my PayPal address. For those of you who wish to support, and I welcome it, is here. mutshekamet@yahoo.com. Mutshekamet means woman of power. If you need my Cash App, you can text me, okay? I have Cash App, I have Zelle, I have PayPal, I have, what's the other one? I've got several modes. All right. So again, before I sign off, how's everybody? Everybody's good? Okay. And so, as we close, we say, Mereya, which means much love. Heri, which means be at peace. Teni, which means to be accountable. And Jebewi, which means to be merciful and compassionate, but to be very careful with how you and where you administer that mercy and compassion. And yes, we'll save that for the future. Brandon says, feeling good. Okay. I'm glad. I'm glad. Take some time to sip on your water to rebalance yourself. And love, 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 love yourself. Love yourself. Love your family. Or at least try. Love your neighborhood. Or at least try. Love your city, your town, your hamlet. Love your county, your country. At least try. And love our world. Have a blessed night. Reswina Chem, which means sweet dreams.